speaking of Apple, we have some news here on that upcoming A14X Bionic chip, which according to some degree of speculation, actually this thing started, fellow YouTuber Luke Miani, he posted this on Twitter about the potential performance gains for the A14X Bionic chip, that of course one of Apple's own pieces of silicon that will likely be in the next iPad Pro model. And it's manufactured by TSMC, the Taiwanese manufacturer, doing all those hot chips, cool chips, all the chips.
Potato chips?
Yeah, potato chip. Huh. They got those, maybe even Doritos, which is a corn-based chip, if you didn't know.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So, I don't know. What do you go for if you're going to have a chip?
Kettle
yeah.
Chip.
We talked about this.
Yes.
I'm in the same boat. I actually original as well. It could be, there's so many variants that I would be fine with.
You go for Miss Vicky's.
I mean, Miss Vicky's is a classic since I'm a child.
Yeah.
But it could be, what's the other one? Kettle. It says Kettle right on it.
Yeah.
It says, oh, that's the one you're talking about.
Yeah. I mean,
see, what's confusing about that one is because Kettle's the style.
Yes.
It's got a little more crunch to it. It's a bit of a thicker chip.
Mm-hmm.
Kettle brand, it's a whole brand, but it's also a style, so you got to keep it together here. Yeah, Kettle brand. You got to say brand. Kettle brand potato chips. You know what? Some of those flavors. Backyard barbecue. Who's kidding who? Mm-hmm. Anyway, apparently this A14X is going to be nearly on par with an 8-core Intel Core i9 9880H, which if you were a guy that was doing some gaming or something like this, you might pick a chip like that for a gaming laptop or something like this.
Yes.
You might say, that chip will do me just fine, and I want some graphics, and I'm ready to go. I'm going to go play.
Not Fortnite, though.
You're not going to play Fortnite. You're going to play the next Far Cry is what you're going to play. You want to use some of those RTX, some of that RTX tech.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, you want to enable some of that stuff.
Some ray tracing?
You need some tracing. You need the filters, and you need the ultra settings, and,
Yeah.
People don't say that anymore. There's no game now where people can just say, like in the old days, can it run X? Like it was the Crisis meme forever. Yes. Yeah. But now what do you even say? Can it run, I don't know, Flight Simulator? Man, I just brought that up because, Will, you're so into the Flight Simulator lately. Oh, yeah. It's getting 5-star reviews, and it looks incredible, the new Microsoft Flight Simulator. So anyways, this is not a fact. That's a very fast chip, the i9 9880. This is not a fact. This is speculation, and it's based on leaked / suspected information about the A14 and the average performance gains from previous X version chips. And he's put it out in a whole nice little graph here, which graphs, they always do amazing. You put a graph in a tweet, it gets, I don't know, 3 times the interaction.
Everyone's like, oh, yeah.
It's a graph. I need to click on that.
Great.
So the A14X obviously shows up way higher than the current generation A14 regular, and gives you kind of a little taste of what to expect. Of course, Apple increasingly, they want you to use this iPad for everything. They want you to edit videos on this iPad. They want you to play games on this iPad. So they got to give you the power in the iPad. But then beyond that, they start putting the A-series stuff into their laptops, move away from Intel. So it's not unfathomable that they would be pushing some pretty serious performance numbers considering that ambition. Mm-hmm. And so your next gaming device, Will, is going to be an iPad.
I mean, that could be a reality. That could be a dream. Yeah.
Except
reality.
Easy there.
I don't know what I'm talking about.
Could be a dream reality. I don't know if those two things are the same.
And then it becomes reality.
Oh, you're dreaming right now, then it's a reality.
Yeah.
But you can't get your Unreal Engine on there, as we're going to,
That's true, yeah.
So we're not just talking about Fortnite. That's the funny thing about the Fortnite story is you look up the number of games built on the Unreal Engine. It's like, and granted, they could maybe switch to some other engine or something, but it would be an absolute nightmare for a number of titles if that thing goes through. So you can have all the horsepower in the world, but you got to play Apple Arcade.
Yeah.
In Apple's futuristic walled garden, potentially. But who knows? If these chips are fast enough, if these devices are nice enough, You got a MacBook sitting right there. You just can't wait to get an A series in there.
Can't wait.
Chopping up clips and thumbs and whatever else.